Yeah, they said that I sell my soul. Should I just tell them the truth?
He sold it for a double cheeseburger with mac sauce.
With extra onions on it, baby. Don't play. It's time for me to just keep it 100 with y'all. Like, yes, they got me in this shit. I don't know. I can't get out of it. I'm getting too much money. I don't want to get out of it.
Let's see them.
I did. I'm in this shit, man. I'm in this shit.
Yo, she's a key.
That's what y'all wanted to hear. Now I'm saying it. They talk about stop playing. Yes, I'm with the Illuminati. Yes.
Goal is to be famous, then you're gonna do a lot to get there, like sign your name in blood in a contract with the devil.
I kind of sang about, you know, what was going on in my life at 15, and that's how I got introduced to the music industry. I swear I wanted to be like the Amy Grant of music, but it didn't work out, and so I sold my soul to the devil. Well, needless to say, sold my soul. It's a dance with the devil, I'm a cure, real wrestle. It's a dance with the devil.
I'm trapped, if I can go back, I never would've rapped. I sold my soul to the devil, I'll never get it back. I just wanna leave.
Do you record while the bus is moving, or does it have to come to a stop?
Yeah, well, sometimes they don't want to, and they're, you know, Gaga, we can't get, you know, the frequency's weird, and, you know, it's sounding a little bit strange, and I'm like, if you don't get this right now, I swear to Lucifer, I'm gonna, you know, I get a little bit mad.
I sold my soul to the devil. I know it's a crappy deal. Lisa came with a few toys like a Happy Meal.
Why is your hand over your eyes?
Because I'm a devil worshiper. What are you talking about?
Alright, well, I have tickets to see the devil worshiper.
Roman is a crazy boy who
could have been a scheme that Todd set up for him to come to you with the bush.
Please, I don't have any time for any gossip now. Eh? Yes.
Look at you.
Do something with it.
It's just money coming to me easily. Money coming in and needing me. Money coming in repeatedly. Money coming, it's just money coming. It's just money coming to me frequently. Money coming in to be with me. Money coming in secretly. Money coming, it's just money coming. It's just money coming to me always. Money coming in all day. Money coming in all paid. Money coming, it's just money coming. It's just money coming to me frequently. Money coming in to be with me.
Hey y'all, welcome back to All Things Jenny. I'm Jenny. So a while back we talked about Sukihana admitting to selling her soul, and we talked more about the concept of selling your soul and why celebrities come out and say that they have sold their soul for fame. Today we're talking about Sexyy Red, the how do you call this? The plant that was placed there for black women, or to dumb down the black image, to make it look even worse than it already was, right? So let's talk about it. Not saying that that's what it is, but basically, in my opinion, Sexyy Red was placed here in order to basically make the black woman look bad and also push degenerate music. So let's talk about it, and I will break down the whole selling your soul concept, because a lot of people still believe that you can actually sell your soul. So we're going to get more deeper into all of this, and we will go from there and talk about different celebrities as well. Not in this video, but other videos we'll talk about the ones who have sold their soul. Let's get into it.
Goal is to be famous, then you're gonna do a lot to get there, like sign your name in blood in a contract with the devil.
I kind of sang about, you know, what was going on in my life at 15, and that's how I got introduced to the music industry. I swear I wanted to be like the Amy Grant of music, but it didn't work out, and so I sold my soul to the devil. Well, needless to say, sold my soul. It's a dance with the devil, I'm a cure, real wrestle. It's a dance with the devil.
I'm trapped, if I can go back, I never would've rapped. I sold my soul to the devil, I'll never get it back. I just wanna leave.
you record while the bus is moving, or does it have to come to a stop?
Yeah, well, sometimes they don't want to, and they're, Gaga, we can't get, the frequency's weird, and, it's sounding a little bit strange, and I'm like, if you don't get this right now, I swear to Lucifer, I'm gonna, I get a little bit mad.
I sold my soul to the devil. I know it's a crappy deal. Lisa came with a few toys like a Happy Meal.
Why is your hand over your eye?
Because I'm a devil worshiper. What are you talking about? All right, well, I have tickets to see the devil worshiper.
Roman is a crazy boy.
Did I sell my soul? Should I just tell them the truth? Yes, I'm with the Illuminati, yeah.
Child, y'all might actually want to get a chair for this one, because word on the street is Sexyy Red's career might have some disturbing things attached to it that none of us expected. Apparently, she was pushed into the industry by the CIA to intentionally make and promote degenerate music to mislead black people. When these rumors first came out, people thought it was just some conspiracy theorists making stuff up on the internet because they didn't want to accept the fact that she's just a regular girl from the hood who stumbled upon some luck and made it in Hollywood. However, after she recently showed her support for Donald Trump and even publicly reacted to these speculations, people started doing some digging, and they found a whole load of evidence that seems to prove she may be an industry plant who's been placed in the industry by the elites. Now, as most of y'all already know, Sexyy Red first blew up with her song Pound Town, and she's been unstoppable ever since. She even scored herself some real big collaborations with Nicki Minaj and Drake. However, despite her work ethic and the countless hit songs she's been putting out ever since she broke into the scene, a lot of people just can't bring themselves to get into her music because they feel like it's too degenerative and it represents everything that people of other races, especially white people, think that black women are, even though we're not. An example of this is her breakout hit Pound Town, which literally has very graphic lyrics of her describing her private parts and talking about how she needs somebody to come and be her child's baby daddy, cause the actual father is a deadbeat. She raps, I'm out of town, thugging with my rounds, my cookie pink, my booty hole brown. Where the ninjas, I'm looking for the O's. Quit playing, ninja, come suck a B toes. I'm out here in Miami, looking for the hoochie daddies. Where the ninjas that get ratchet, my son need a new pet.
They talk about stop playing. You just left this Hollywood party, baby. This Balenciaga party. Fuck with Balenciaga. Fuck with Lindsay. Lindsay cool. He cool. No, what he say? When you get your taxes, I bring me Balenciaga. Yes, I'm with the Illuminati. Yes, I'm with the Illuminati.
The Illuminati is truly just the Freemasons. So essentially, Sexyy Red just admitted that not only did she sell her soul, but she took the Masonic oath. Women Masons are called Eastern Stars, and this is what I believe Sexyy Red is. Even more proof that she's a Masonic puppet is this story she posted on Instagram. On this IG story, Sexyy Red could be seen getting her makeup done, while a man in the background can be heard talking about how they were at the Masonic Lodge.
The elevator at the the elevator at the what's it called the Freemason place we were at the temple.
Now watch it finna lie.
And it was the Freemason place we were at the temple.
Now,
as you heard for yourself, you clearly hear someone off screen mention how they were in a Masonic lodge.
You know something? Don't judge me. Don't judge me. Actually, judge me. I don't even care. But I like Sexyy Red, right? It's a lot of things I don't like. I don't have to like everything about a person, but I grew up with girls like her. I'm from the hoodest parts of Atlanta, and it's like girls like her, they usually like cool with everybody. They don't pick and choose. Although they're popular, they treat everybody the same. They funny as hell. The room lights up when they come in, type of thing. You may not want to hang with them, and you don't have a social battery for people like them all the time, but it's like it's not for you because you don't hang with people like that anyways, type of thing. You get what I'm saying? But I feel like she's an industry plant, and it's like, I think it's one of those things where she don't even know it or she don't even care. She's just like, okay, let's get this money, honey. But I feel like these people are actually telling her to turn the ratchetness up. Like, turn it up. Maybe they present it a certain way to her. And it's like, I said, I feel like she's an industry plant. And I feel like, people think when somebody's an industry plant, when we say somebody's an industry plant, the people are telling them like, okay, we want you to destroy the community and we want you to do this and we want you to be very strategic. Like, it's like, nah, I don't think it's exactly like that. I think they say things a certain way, like, you know, they praising her for her ratchetness. Like, okay, give the people more. They love it. They love us. You know, show us more of that side. You know, the people love that. And then she's like, okay, I guess I can get y'all that, you know, that type of thing. I think it's one of those things where they play, like, it's like a friendly conversation. Like, okay, we like the work that you've been putting out, you know, the people loving it, turn it up a notch, turn it up a notch. And then that's the part where it's a part of the propaganda to destroy black women and our image and blah, 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 blah. Like, I get it. Like, some people are just genuinely that ratchet, you know. Some people are genuinely that ghetto. Some people, you know, I come from the hoodest parts of Atlanta, but I don't carry myself as such. I know some girls, they know how to switch it up, or they know when to turn it down. And I know girls who don't know how to turn it down at all. That's how they is. Like, I feel like they be in those rooms telling Sexy, like, the people love that. We like it. Okay. You know, turn it up a notch. You know, give the people more. And then that's the part where it's all a part of the propaganda.
All right, somebody somewhere gonna be pissed off with what I'm about to say, but hey, are you with your man but not me? Let's get into her. Her right there. If y'all have not been paying attention, like, y'all are seriously being controlled through the music. Parents, I'm pretty sure some of y'all are listening to it, and some of y'all kids are listening to it. Whatever goes on in your house, that's your house. But baby, stop letting your kids listen to this. What is this girl teaching your kids? I'll name a few. Well, I couldn't even tell you because I don't listen to her, but just from a few things that I've heard, she's not teaching them any morals, no self-respect, how to be a hoe, and overall she just gives, through her music, black women a bad look. Pay attention, bruh. She's not the only one. It's several artists out here that do the same thing she doing. They pushing the agenda and you falling for it.
Sexy Red is not an industry plant that was put here to help finalize the destroying of the black woman image. They was already had us under attack, and she was here to just finalize the process. The way they trying to force her on us is just crazy. Like, I wanted to go see Drake, but once I found out Drake had her opening for him, absolutely not. Absolutely not am I going to support anything that thing is behind. I'm not supporting it, right? This is the reason why it's time to separate. It's time to separate as black women. Because ain't no way I'm about to be associated with that and Suki Stankiana. Ain't no way. Ain't no way. I don't care how you feel. I don't care how you feel. At this point, separation has to happen. It's one thing to make trashy music. That is a different level of trash. That's a different level of trash. Kaya's My Neck, My Back, it was bad. Trina and Trick Daddy's, you know, Nan, it was bad. But that's a different level of dirty stank music, right? It's just a different level. Like, it ain't never been that bad. There is lyrically nothing that this woman is saying. She's just saying a bunch of vulgar, disgusting, nasty stuff. It's not even music, right? And this is why I know that she's an industry plant. It is not music at this point, right? It's just saying how much nasty, vulgar stuff she can come up with out of her mouth and how disgusting and distasteful she could present herself in public to help destroy the black woman image, right? Trying to portray it as if we all Pookeishas. And if you don't think that this is successful, just look at what hip-hop and stuff did to black men and how it had people stereotyping black men as criminals and thugs, right? Even to this day, black men are still fighting to get away from that stereotype. But as of now, black women are under attack because this Pookeisha image that's being pushed is what they trying to define us by.
That was the sister making a video on Sexy Red. She's basically calling Sexy Red a plant, basically calling out the music she makes, you know. Hey, I believe she's speaking facts, you know. Hey, it's very factual what she's saying. You know what I'm saying? The only pushback I'll give is, you know, people can't stereotype you if you ain't out here proving the stereotype right. And most stereotypes are true. You know, they come from somewhere. You know, for every Sexy Red, it's about 1,000 of her in every city. You see what I'm saying? So not only are they pushing this when you're coming out into the world, let's be real, into the hood, you see joints like this, right? As a black man, I'm not going to complain about how my image is portrayed. I'm going to show that my image ain't that. See, this is the problem, because not only are we seeing this on TV and in these music videos and on music, when you go out into the world, you see how niggas is moving. You see how niggas portray that thug image themselves. So, you know, it's also on us, because they can't sell you nothing if you ain't buying it, okay? Even though there are sisters calling out Sexyy Red, there are plenty of sisters who are supporting it, who relate to it, who love the music. This is why she's on the level that she's on. This is why she's basically has surpassed Glorilla, because, you know, Glorilla was the hot thing. Now Sexyy Red is the hot thing, right? Sexyy Red, Ice Spice, you know, and there's no varieties when it comes to the female rappers, right? You know, like I said, look at the top 3 male rappers. They don't be on no gangster music. Drake ain't on no gangster music. J. Cole ain't. Kendrick Lamar ain't. But all these females seem to be on the same tip. But shout out to the sister calling it out. It's good to see sisters, you know, not rocking with that. You know, I be saying it. Hey, but when I say it, I'm wrong. You know what I'm saying? If you're going to make the type of music you make, at least have some flow with it. Like she said, you just saying a whole bunch of whatever just for shock value or whatever. I don't know. But hey, I agree with the sister.
Okay, no mind. How you feel about Sexyy Red?
Why you doing this to me, man? Sexy. I mean, Sexyy Red, again, this is the type of what they want to promote in the black community. You see that they want to promote like the lowest level of everything. You know what I mean? They're trying to turn our women into whores. You know what I mean? Like they really want to turn our women into whore culture. Like, and Sexyy Red is just another example of how we're going to reward someone who's, you know, very low on the financial totem pole. You could tell this girl came from like the Jets. Like, I don't know where she from, but she come from the dirty Jets. Like, you know what I mean? And like everybody knows girls like her. You know what I mean? And they're not usually put in this type of position. You see what I'm saying? But they're putting her in this position in order to inspire other young girls to be like her. I saw where they were trying to bring her to a school to like talk to the kids, right? But she pulled up to the school smelling like weed, so they didn't let her in, and she got mad. And she got mad, so she went outside and opened the sunroof to the limo or whatever, and was like twerking out the limo while all the kids gathered round and cheered her on. You know, Sexyy Red looked like the type of girls like back in the days, like you walk in the room and you'd be like, smell like somebody was fucking in here. And what's crazy is I seen a video. Oh, you guys, I seen a video where she said her own pussy was stinking. Did you see that?
I'm so tickled that y'all are just now canceling Sexyy Red because she made some texturous comments, and she's done way worse. Like, y'all was just too busy focused on defending degeneracy to see her for who she really was, and it was just it was odd. It was odd to be a spectator during those times, I'm not gonna lie. Not her performing at high schools or creating a cosmetic line named after different STD discharge, but it was the texturous comments. I mean, at least it was something. At least it was something at this point. Like, she's literally been a weirdo out the gate, and y'all was like,
Ghetto people needs representation too. Get it sexy. Get it sexy. Like, we ain't forget. I don't know if this is a good time or not, but I think her music is absolutely awful. Like, it's not good to me at all. I don't see it for sis. I think it's the worst thing I've heard in a very long time, as a matter of fact. When people compare her to Trina, I think that's so insulting because, like, what are you talking about? That's not that. Like, there's literally no talent there. She's just a plant. She's literally just a plant. I don't know. But yeah.
Sexy Red shows up to the VMA award dressed like the devil. This is getting very ridiculous. They stay mocking God. And then they got the nerve to say that she's bringing out her dark side. That's exactly what she's bringing out. The dark in her. Because the devil is the dark. And God is the light. This is truly getting out of hand. Then she got a tail to the back of her tail. And she got horns in the front. What in the what? We really have to pray for all of them. Because this is truly sad. Lately, they've been mocking Christianity left and right. We ask in the name of Jesus, whatever stronghold that the devil have on the music industry, that you let them loose. Because this is very ridiculous. And you know a lot of people gonna be coming in the comments and taking up for talking about, oh, she was getting ready for Halloween. Getting ready for Halloween, nothing. This is ridiculous. Portraying the devil. But they set up there and be loud in sins, but be quiet in prayer.
I want to tell you I apologize and I'm sorry for what I'm about to say, but as far as this music stuff, I won't be doing this music stuff anymore. I started this because this was my dream, and you know, I wanted to make sure I could get me and my kids out the hood. It's always been my passion to rap. A while ago, I had signed a contract and I didn't know nothing about the business or this game out here. And just right now, I'm realizing that I signed my soul. I sold my soul to the devil. I signed myself to the devil. I don't even own myself no more. I sold my soul to the devil, and I done prayed. I prayed and I prayed and I prayed. You know, it's just like, I don't know if God can get me out of this, you know, and it's just like to the point where I don't even know, like, I can't. I just want to say I'm sorry to my fans. I know y'all love me. I know y'all believe in me, but I can't. I didn't know what I was doing back then, and I lost passion. I don't even believe that. I don't even believe in myself no more because of what I did. I did not know the game was like this.
So in my opinion, the concept of selling your soul is not really a real thing, because you cannot sell your soul. You can go against your morals and do things that you normally wouldn't have done, but you do it for a piece of change, but you cannot sell your soul. So we're going to dig deep into that. But when it comes to Sexy Red, even before I even learned about the selling your soul and all that stuff, I knew this young lady was placed there to make black people look bad, to make her community look bad. First of all, yes, she has always been the way that she is, and they found someone who was an easy target, who needed a way out of the ghetto, and they picked her to be the face of that. And I wouldn't be surprised if the same process went with the whole Sukihana situation, because those girls are just doing way too much for attention and to make their community look bad, their children look bad, the people that they're with look bad. Because who makes a song? And I get it, you know, everybody's so creative. But who makes a song about booty hole brown and coochie scratching and, you know, eating your man's butt? What? Because yes, I understand you are making money off of your songs, but you couldn't pick any other thing to sing about. And then went to London or Paris in the middle of the streets, you know, talking about you want to get your coochie scratched. And those songs, I think it was made with Sexy Red. I think it was feature Sexy Red or some crazy stuff. But those people are putting songs out for your children to listen to, because at the end of the day, we all know a lot of people in the black community allow the TV to raise their kids because they don't have time for them because they have to work. And I get that you have to work, but when the TV is raising your kids, of course they're going to come out with a way for them to influence your children. I don't know if any of you guys have seen the movie They Clone Tyrone. You see how it was your very own people who was being manipulated, and to, you know, they basically paid them well to put Uggs in the same neighborhood where they're growing up. They're getting it from the palm-colored people, and then they're bringing it to the neighborhood to spread to the children. Not because they hate, you know, their community. It's simply they're trying to get out of the situation that they're in, so they struck a deal with the devil. So when it comes to stuff like that, Sexyy Red and Sukihana being a puppet to be controlled for a little bit of money, you know, to basically ruin the community, is a very small price to pay, right? Because what they do is they will take the same people in the community who also knows the people, who know that they can influence the people, because what they're going to do is going to bring the ratchet, the degenerate things into the community to ruin those people. But what they're doing is they're paying Sexyy Red or Sukihana a nice large check to do this. And I think, in my opinion, when they approached him, they didn't approach him and say, hey, we need you to ruin your own community by doing this and that, so here, sign this paper. No, they make you sign the paper first, a lot of time without your own lawyer present, and or they have their own lawyer, and they have secrets, you know, they have hidden messages or whatever, or you don't take the time to read it, because nobody reads anything nowadays, right? Even when it comes to like your phone, you don't read nothing. You don't read none of the contract on your phone, right? So what they do is they sign you, and then once you are signed to the deal, you're signed by a nigga who is signed by a nigga who signs by a nigga who signs by a nigga, and now you're in a 360 deal, and now you're stuck doing things that you normally wouldn't have done. So now that's when you putting up your phone and recording a video talking about you sell your soul to the devil, and you regret it. You have entered deals that you cannot get out of, because at the end of the day, that's what it is. You have entered a contract, a binding contract, that now you feel like you have to do things that are over the top. Remember when Sexyy Red gave birth, and she was in a hospital, bloody coochie and everything. She was on top of the bed twerking to a song, and then she posted on social media, and then she ended up making a whole music video with herself giving birth to her son and all that. And then she started talking about how she has all these diseases, and you know, she be burning the man that she's with. Who says stuff like this? First of all, who says stuff like this, right? Gone are the days when black women used to be feminine and dainty, and you know, worry about what they actually look like, worry about the things that they say on social media, and not get on camera with their bonnet on, bonnet of salvation, all that stuff. And not to say that you can't do whatever you want, you can do whatever you want, but at the end of the day, your presentation, your first impression matters. So now when you are on the internet, when majority of the community is on the internet doing stuff like this, how do you think other people is going to look at us? Like we are that, you know? And it's not even about being racist, it's about being prejudiced, because a lot of time people are not necessarily racist, but they're prejudiced. Because the way I be judging someone at Walmart with the bonnet on, and you know, the SpongeBob PJs and socks and slides on, you know, when I see them, although I really don't go to Walmart like that, but when I do go and I see it, I look at you like, girl, you left your house looking like this. And not to say that there's anything wrong with it, but in my opinion, if there's two people and one of them dressed like that, another one dressed, you know, more professional, I'm going to take the professional one, or even take the time to put into yourself. I'm going to take you more seriously than the one who roll out of bed, put socks on with slides and SpongeBob or Cookie Monster pajamas. Now, you know, I used to live somewhere near the ghetto, okay? I never used to live in the ghetto, but I have seen these things, and usually they come from, like, you know, the Avenue D's of the world. But anyway, so let's talk a little bit deeper about the selling of soul, the concept of selling your soul, because I want to break it down so people understand that you cannot sell your soul, but you can, you know, go against your morals and your beliefs and your, you know, your religion, all that stuff, because you have been bound to a contract, and they tell you, if you don't do this, we're not gonna pay you, or if you don't do this, you're not going to get the promotion that you want to get in your works. So it says, souls as life force, divine spark. In mysticism, the soul is your eternal essence, the part of your you connected to God's source or divine orders. To sell your soul means to trade spiritual integrity or divine connection for temporary power, pleasure, or material gain, which is what a lot of celebrities have done it for. You know, they do it because they think, oh, I'm going to get rich, I'm going to do this. But as soon as you sign the contract, that's when everything flipped. And they say basically you have to dress the way that you dress. You have to dress this way in order to create the music. You have to allow us to set up the scene. And that's why a lot of music videos have the checkerboards and they have this and they have that. They have all these things. A lot of times they have no control over what is in the music video. That's why whenever, I think I made a video about that. If not, I'll make a video about that, where the members of the 369, was it 3-6 Mafia, when they said that a lot of the stuff in their musics, they didn't even know were there because they were not awakened. They didn't know the signs and symbols to look for. So therefore they put the music out not knowing that they were basically putting out messages, subliminal messages for the people who are watching. And another thing that they will do is they will play the music on the radio over and over, which is also a subliminal way of getting the music to be stuck in your head. That's why they play it on repeat. You didn't used to like the music before, and 2 days later now it's your favorite song because they play it. It's like a magical, it's a subliminal message that they're putting out there that you don't even know. Because why? You don't take the time to read and learn about all of these things that are out there that is affecting you on a daily basis. Celebrities do this all the time. So to sell your soul means to, oh no, I already read that. Okay, esoteric traditions and folklores talk about pacts with spiritual demons or gods. These can be metaphor or binding agreements. You gain power in the material world but loses freedom in the spiritual one. Examples: Faust legend, Crossroads deals in hoodoo or grimoire describing contract with spirits, planetary and energetic exchange. In occult thoughts, everything is energy. In occult thoughts, everything is energy. To sell your soul can mean aligning your destiny, your soul's path, and lower astral forces rather than higher divine ones. You tap into planetary and astral energies for fame, wealth, love, but it costs you loss of autonomy or karmic death. Celebrities, the fame bargain. Many celebrities say things like, I sold my soul to the devil, like Bob Dylan, Kanye West, and Katy Perry, etc. In literal reality, this usually means they compromise their values, freedom, and or authenticity in exchange for contracts, money, and global fame, right? It's not always about demons and it's about the entertainment industry. Demanding control over your images. That's why a lot of them always complain that, hey, I don't own myself anymore, you know, because they have signed that over to their director or whoever. Industry as the devil. Esoterically, the devil symbolizes the material world and temptation, money, lust, power, which a lot of celebrities have, right? If they are, you know, successful. When stars say they sell their soul, it could mean signing restrictive contract, doing things morally against their beliefs or career advertisement, being trapped in the machinery of fame, unable to live freely, which a lot of them have basically said that, hey, you know, I might look like I have freedom, but I don't have any freedom. I can't even go to the store without having a handler or a security with me. Meanwhile, before I used to be famous, I was able to do that, roam the streets and do whatever I want by myself. So that could also be another way of selling your soul, because your soul is not yours to sell. You cannot just sell your soul, right? So anyways, let's get into it. Let's see. Being trapped in the mission. Okay. Occultic symbolism in performance. Many artists perform with imagery that looks esoteric. Pyramids, all-seeing eyes, ritual staging, planetary backdrops. Some take it literal, others see it as a theoretical symbolism. a way to embody larger-than-life archetypes. Fans interpret this as proof of occult deals, right? And I talk about this all the time. That's why whenever I talk about celebrities, I like to point out the things that are very obvious in front of your face. Meanwhile, it is also considered like, oh, Illuminati, because everybody always says, oh, you saw the soul, or you are part of the Illuminati. The Illuminati simply means the enlightened ones. If you break it down, that's what it really means. The Illuminati, the enlightened ones. So anyway, so it says worships of idols. Esoterically, when millions of fans adore and give energy to a star, celebrities become like an idol, feeding on collectives. So whenever people talk about worshiping idols, just like with the Bible say worshiping idols and stuff like that, you have Christians who always say, oh, I don't worship idols, I don't do this, but you have a bunch of your favorite celebrities, your favorite stars, and you basically like offend them, and you listen to their music, you watch them. You have this sort of weird relationship with the stars. Meanwhile, you're talking about now worshiping idols. Idols doesn't necessarily always mean money or like a statue, you know. It could simply be a star that you worship so much, you love so much, that you worship. So that could also mean a way of selling your soul as well, right? And it says feeding the collective energy, similar to ancient gods who thrive off of offerings. So considered celebrities just like deities, just like entities, you know, just like ancestor worshiping, ancestor veneration. You're doing the same exact thing. There's no difference. So you might not have an altar where you're worshiping Oshun or whoever, but you worship celebrities by listening to their songs and buying their albums and buying their merch and all these things. It's simply the same exact thing. It's just you're saying it differently because it helps you sleep at night. I ran out of daylights, okay? So some see this as celebrities accepting the whole of a gold demon archetype in exchange for their humanity. So basically, whenever celebrities talk about selling their souls, they are basically looking at, or God, demon archetype in exchange for their humanity. So they're basically sacrificing their humanity for all the things that they gain in life. Just like what the Bible says, what is it that a man will give up his freedom or sell his soul? What is the saying? What is the saying? Selling your soul and not, you know. Anyways, it's a whole saying. I forgot. Y'all know what it means. For a man to gain the world and lose his soul. Yeah, that's what that means. So they're usually talking about like celebrities and stuff like that when they talk about that, like you doing any and everything for fame, for that album, not album, but for that statue or for that award, like Beyonce, who's always waiting to be rewarded this particular award. I think it's the Moonwalking Man. It's one of those awards that she never got. Everybody gets it, and every time they get it, they have to thank her because they had to overlook Beyonce for them to give that statue to somebody else. So it's the same thing. And for us, the statue represents the celebrities that you worship. So anyways, dual meaning. Esoterically, it means forsaking divine connection and freedom of the soul in exchange for lower energies, materials, wealth, and temporary powers. Literal in celebrity culture is a metaphor for singing away from freedom, truth, or morality to contracts, labels, and producers, and fame. Think of it this way: the esoteric pact, energetic and spiritual agreement. The industry pact, business, legal agreement. Both can own you if you don't maintain spiritual sovereignty. Anyways, when it comes to a lot of celebrities, especially the ones who are brand new in the game, a lot of them already come or go in, and the ones who you see that are successful and they're not the one-hit wonders are the one who already go in knowing esoteric knowledge, knowing or already working with different religion, different spirituality. So a lot of people who are in the limelight, white, black, Spanish, whoever, they do worship some sort of spirit and or entity and or a, you know, a religion or spirituality. Like Cardi B, she is I don't remember who she worked with. Oshun for Beyonce, Yemaya for her sister, or Mami Wata, or Yemaya, I think it's Yemaya for her sister. And a lot of other celebrities, you'll see them with their elekis, and they go in there already working with it, and or they go in there and they realize that they're stuck on this contract. They have sold their soul, so they'll go and decide, okay, well, I know people have been talking about this religion, Ifa religion, or voodoo, Haitian voodoo, or whatever. I'm going to go there and, you know, try to get some work done so I can protect myself from these things, because a lot of people in the industry does worship different entities, deities, yes, to push their work, where they will do rituals. Allegedly, I was not there for any of these things, so this is all alleged. They will do it before dropping an album, and or they will do it for protection, because a lot of them work with very powerful entities, so they could send this person after the other to, you know, sabotage their work so they can be the one who is in the #1 or whatever. Just like the video I made about Spice, the dance hall lady, how she basically was, the guy who exposed her was basically saying that she would get work done allegedly to make sure her competition don't make it. So yes, a lot of them do get work done to work against their competition so they can be uplifted. So when it comes to like celebrities in this type of world, it's like they're fighting each other. They're fighting each other when it comes to this, because not everyone can make it, right? So a lot of times they will basically replace one with the other, or one person will be going against their other spiritual entities, depending on who their entities are. You know, they will go against each other in order to be the one on top, right? I wouldn't be surprised if a lot of people are afraid of Beyonce, because Beyonce really tapped in and she's really, really serious about her craft. And whenever she go into her altar room, she probably say a prayer, or probably put the next person who's in competition with her on the altar and or in a destruction jar. Now, I don't know. I was not there for any of this. It's all alleged. But if you were in an industry where everyone is very powerful and work with different deities, and yours is more powerful, of course people are going to respect you more because you are more tapped in. You know, your lineage and your bloodline is a lot stronger. And that is one of the reasons I also say, be very careful who you do work behind, but because you never know who their ancestors are, who their that is, the person who walked with them, the person who's in charge of their head. You don't know who that person is, so you gotta be very careful. And a lot of those celebrities like Sexyy Red are planted here to push out a message, to push out an agenda. Just like people are saying that she was working with the CIA. We don't know this to be true, but it's very likely that it could be true, because they're pushing a message into the community which will affect the children. And if you want to destroy a community, start with the children, and that's exactly what's happening. So hopefully you guys understand this. Talk to you later. Bye. Hey guys, I'm Jenny, and this is Shameless Plug. So I want to tell you guys about my Crown of Success manifestation book with easy, simple rituals and spells to manifest a life of abundance in your life. And those spells are so easy, even a child can do it. So this book is filled with different spells that I've learned over the years from my family, passed down from grandma and everything. And also those are spells that I've actually tried and I know that they work. So this book not only teach you step by step on the things that you can do that are so easy that a child can do it, but it tells you like the proper moon phase to use, alchemy, manifesting with numbers, numerology, and also the days of the week that best fit for this particular spell. So it tells you the timing of when to practice the spell, the days of the week, the moon phase. It shows you all the colors of the candles that you should be using and different planets. So for example, it shows you like planet Jupiter is for Thursdays and the hours of the days that you should be doing the spell. So this is an easy road opener spell. So I know a lot of people like to do like different spell work, but if your roads are blocked, of course your spells are not going to work. So it's good to unblock yourself first and then start using the spell, especially with the new years and the new days to come. And also I have some amazing spells in here. This is a powerful quick money spell. So if you're in the bind for some money and you're just trying to get some money, And I even have some easy, powerful spell to win Game of Chance. So if you are a gambler, now I don't promote gambling, but if you are a gambler and you're just trying to make some money and trying to make sure you win, these spells will definitely help you. It tells you the best days to do it. So it says the best days to perform this spell is on a Thursday, Jupiter day. Jupiter is the planet of good fortune, luck, and expansion. Jupiter is the best day to perform spells that boost luck and increase your chance of success in any game of chance or any money spell, period. It has a list of so many spells that you can incorporate in your life with this new year to bring prosperity. And I even put some bonus spells on here, which for Saturday is a day to do like protection work. So I have a spell for like send back to senders. So I put some bonus spells on here, and then a protection with Archangel Michael. So there's so many spells on here. Removing the evil eye spell, so you can remove evil eye in your money and also in your everyday life. New Year home blessing spell, and I know it's been a few days since the new year started, but you can always do a home blessing spell any days of the week. As long as you need it, you could do it. So anyways, guys, this is my book. It's called Crown of Success by Jenny, and it's available on Amazon, the ebook and also the physical copying. So please grab a copy if you're interested in supporting this channel. This is a way to support the channel and to support me as well for putting out, you know, content every day for you guys to enjoy. So I hope you guys enjoyed this book, and I hope you go and grab your copy, whether it's the ebook or the physical copy. I say have a physical copy, but it's really up to how much, you know, your wallet and what you can afford. So anyways, I'll talk to you guys later. Bye. Mwah. This is a shameless plug, so just check out my channel, okay? Love you guys. Mwah.